Good morning, everybody. Glad to have you here. Appreciate you taking a few minutes. If you will, take a few more seconds, like, share, comment, and then if you want to join me, we will be in the last little bit of First Thessalonians, chapter number 5, verse number 6, where Paul says, "So then, let us not sleep as others do, but let us keep awake and be sober." When Paul speaks to the church here, he tells them to don't be asleep. Not to sleep, but instead to keep awake, to watch, and to be sober. And there's a couple words there that we need to talk about to really get the impact of what Paul is saying. When he talks about sleep, he's not talking about taking a nap. He's not talking about, we're not to go lay down and go to sleep. He's talking about being spiritually asleep. When we are asleep, physically asleep, then we're not involved in what goes on around us. I don't know if it's a flaw or a good thing that I am this way, but I could sit down in the middle of a coliseum full of people, yelling and screaming, and I could doze off. Some people say that's a bad thing. I say it's a clean conscience, and I can doze off. And there's a lot of times I do that, family gatherings and other things, and I know it sometimes people don't like it, but yeah, I do. I admit it, and always have been that way. Like I said, I like to think of it as a good thing, good, clean conscience. But there's more than once that I've woke up in the middle of a conversation, and that everybody else was having, and I'm, what's going? What y'all talking? What's going on? What do y'all, do what? You know how that goes when you only hear part of a conversation. And so Paul is saying to us, spiritually speaking, that same thing. If we're not awake and sober when it comes to spiritual things, we can miss something important. We're not involved in the things of God. Again, when I sit down on the couch and the family's all gathered around and I doze off to sleep, um, I'm not involved. I'm not concerned with the things that are going on. And again. So when you do wake up, you missed it, and they could be planning something important or whatever that I need to know about, and I missed it. And so Paul is saying to the church here, let's stay alert. Let's be aware of what God is doing. Let's be involved in what God is doing, particularly here, again, in light of the fact that Jesus is going to return. And we want to be aware, not that a believer would miss it, but by being alert and aware, we're working to share the gospel. We're telling other people about Christ, helping get other people ready and prepared to meet Christ. And so Paul is saying, let's not be asleep at the job. I remember, I don't remember exact details, but there was an accident. I believe it was a train accident, if I remember correctly, and they found out in review that the engineer of the train had dozed off to sleep and ran through some warning signs and the lights that told him to stop or slow down or whatever. He'd slept through those things, and it had been caused a big accident. As believers, we want to be awake and alert. We want to be looking at the signs, the things that are going on around us, and be ready and helping get other people ready for the return of Jesus. So let's not be asleep at the job today. Let's be awake and aware and sober, and looking for things, looking for opportunities to tell somebody the good news of Jesus Christ and help them to be ready for his return. Think about it. Be awake today. Have a good one. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.